It's always good when someone starts a conference with an announcement that really sets the tone, and today it was Vodafone who came here and I think surprised a few people by giving a launch date of next week for the Europe's first commercial service of Femtocells. This is Lee McDougall from Vodafone UK. Lee, I don't want to steal your thunder, some trailer there, but what exactly have you announced here today?
So what we've announced today is next week on July the 1st, Vodafone UK are going to start their full commercial deployment of Femtocell. It's our proposition called Vodafone Access Gateway. We're aiming that at the consumer market, particularly people at home with in-home coverage issues. And we've got a whole range of pricing tariffs and structures that make it really appealable to all our customers.
So how will the consumers see how will they first notice the services available, and how will you market it to them?
So firstly, we'll make it available through all of our retail stores. We've been through an extensive training program from all of our customer care staff and our retail store staff. So initially we'll see it very much as a response to a customer need, and then we believe that the kind of attention that we've had from today's forum, certainly looking at the online pages, there's quite a lot of activity. So I think the word's already out there for those people that have coverage at home issues and they need a solution. They know to come to Vodafone.
Okay, so you see it as that way around. It's not a question of waiting for someone's Wi-Fi box to break and they're looking for the next service, as it were, to go for.
No, I think we recognise that this is a relatively small market. We know that Vodafone have got a great network, with there's some issues that we can't solve in particular buildings or particular rural locations. So we see this as a very kind of small but very important market, and we'll probably take the approach of responding to customers when they speak to us about it, or through just normal contact through our retail stores.
And I know you've given some pricing details. There's some bundles there. Tell us what you can, so far about that.
Sure. So we're offering the product from free. So on any existing tariffs from £60 and above, the gateway will come free of charge. But then we wanted to do was to offer a whole wide range of different tariffs to make it available to all customers. So we can have it as an inclusive part of a bundle with an existing handset and minutes and text. For example, from £15, the entry kind of level, you can get a gateway, a good quality HSDPA phone, and your minutes and text. Or for something more substantial, phone-wise, you can get for £30 a month HTC Magic along with a gateway, 600 minutes and unlimited text. There's also the ability to buy a one-off, an outright purchase. We've done that to make sure that we don't exclude our important prepaid market. And anyone that's already got a contract with Vodafone for a subscription as little as £5 a month can also get their hands on a Vodafone Access Gateway. So we think hopefully we've covered every possible opportunity that our customers would need to be able to get their hands on one of these.
So it could be quite a good customer acquisition tool. Presumably someone who's already a Vodafone customer might well have quite good access already, or they wouldn't be your customer, but somebody who's struggling might come to you for this reason.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a few key areas looking at. Firstly is our existing customers that maybe moved house, discovered they've now got a coverage issue, but also there's obviously the other networks where we have established that all networks have these coverage issues, so now they can come to Vodafone. And one thing that's also quite common is for a household to have multiple handsets from different operators, and we believe that the Vodafone Access Gateway brings the opportunity to bring the whole household to Vodafone and all benefit from the great coverage that brings.
And what are the advantages to Vodafone in this? I mean, you are obviously bearing some cost of subsidy of the equipment, so how does it work for you in terms of your own business model?
So we've invested heavily in the infrastructure to integrate the gateway technology, and then we're looking to subsidise the unit themselves as much as we can. And strategically, I think where this fits for us is that we're absolutely committed to fantastic coverage, great indoor coverage, high quality, reliable network. And I think the Access Gateway kind of supplements that, enables us to give a very fast response to customers who are in those specific issues, a particular house with thick walls or a rural location. So rather than be dependent on our extensive rollout plan, we can have a solution that's working for them tomorrow.
Okay, and why now for this launch? Was it about you think that the customer demand being there, or was it waiting for the supply side to stabilise around standards and get some maturity so you're confident at launch?
I think it was one of those where just everything came together. So once we started doing really active trials with all our external customers, we had around about 1,000 people trialling this over the last few months, and the response was just so positive that you could see that the need was there, and people were saying, when can we get it? I've got friends, family that all want to get their hands on it. And I think once you start seeing responses like that from customers, you realise that you need to get this out there as soon as it's ready to go. We were comfortable that the customer experience was brilliant, the plug and play, the simplicity of the unit was fantastic, so we thought we were ready to go now, and perfect timing with the conference. We use that as a great launch platform as well.
And here at the conference, there's a focus on the different apps and services that Femtocells could be used for. I think your focus has very much been around coverage, voice and messaging, but do you see things moving on in the future with Femtocells, or would you stay where you are with your strategy?
Absolutely, they'll be looked at. I think what we'll try to do is look at what today's need is. We'll try and fix that need today. Let's address the customers that have an issue that we can fix, and then in parallel to that, we'll continue to look at the future potential of the Femto itself. And of course, as soon as we think those services are applicable to customers and they're things that they would make use of, we'll look to bring those to market as soon as we can as well.
And so, how would Femtocells fit into your Vodafone at home fixed broadband strategy that you have?
So we have obviously the Vodafone at home DSL service at the moment. I think one of the things we'd look to do was to maybe link the Femto, the access gateway, with the Vodafone at home service and see if we could link those two in the future to maybe give some premium service or some guaranteed quality of service. That's one of the things we're looking at to see if we could do that.
Okay, thanks very much.